we're back. So, in the interim, I've been investigating getting into adventure riding. And still have done no adventure riding. I mean, we do a lot of big adventures, but they're not adventure riding. And so I want to get into doing some days out, 3-4 day trips. Just trying to get into it and figure out what I need, what gear I want, what bike I want. So I've done a bit of research, bummed around. Anyway, talking to me old man, he said, hey, I've got a DR650 in the shed. Why don't you give that a run? So, anyway, I now have a DR650 in my shed. I'm going to give you the rundown of the project. We're going to build this thing from my old man's desert machine into a super cheap adventure bike that me and the missus and me and some mates are going to go and blast around and have a big old fat time. So, stay tuned. Here she is. Old Gusty has been kind enough to donate the DR650 to the build project. So as you can see, he's had her for a few desert trips. Him and the boys have done a couple of desert trips on her in her day and built some steel bloody pannier doodahs here. And otherwise, other than the bash plate, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and the little. Let's put a little screen on here and an aftermarket bolt on. Other than that, I think that's pretty much how they come out of the shop. So my project is to build this thing into some sort of cheap adventure machine that I can go and do some looking around on. So I bought a bunch of parts. I've got a big shitload of stuff here. As you can see, long range tank, new set of rubber, front and rear tyres. I've gone a set of big fat rental bars. Bought a bunch of giant loop stuff. The reason I went with the giant loop stuff is it's more, I'm going to build a Husky 701 down the track and this stuff will literally just switch straight over. Got some Acerbis mudguard toolbox racks, some bark busters, new air filter, some clip-on mirrors, a bunch of RAM mounts there just because I'll have my GoPro and GPS and a few bibs and bobs. Tank bag here so you can put just your bits and pieces in there. This one's really good for a DR, so it's not that big. I don't want to be ginormous. An absolute must. The old Oxford heated grips, no doubt about it. There's a few other electrical bits and pieces here. An LED bulb and a few LED indicators. Little ones are going to fit them. What else? Fuse block. I've got these. That's just a pump and a jump starter. Going to give them a bit of a go. Put them in the backpack. Anyway, I'm going to have a fat time on it. Like $20,000 worth of KTM versus free $1,500 worth of parts for a DR650. Not only am I going to build this thing, I'm going to take it places and show you how good this thing's going to be for what we're doing. First thing we're going to try and do on this thing is we are going to do some power upgrades. Just so I can charge me drone, charge me GoPro, run my GPS. I've actually got a powered GPS mount for it, for the Garmin Montana. I'm going to change all the bars over anyway, so I think I'll just strip all the plastics off and get back to the bare bones of it, and then I'll start there, get me mate to come around, we can get the wiring done first.
When things go south, we can take our time just to figure it out.
I'd rather be fishing. Baby, I'm a frog man. Wait till you see the places I'm going to take this thing.
But our hearts forever stay the same. I'll be here when things...
Minor tip, if you are putting heated grips on your DR650, get a new throttle tube. They glue that grip on like you've never seen before, and trying to get it off is not worth the hassle of a $20 tube, trust me. Woo! Get the wiring done. Looking good, Garmin on, heated grips on. Woo, woo, woo. She's looking sharp. Hey, how you going? Good to see ya. Welcome back. She's starting to take shape now, the old girl. We got, give you a bit of a look where we're up to. had my mate Dave come around, do a bit of wiring for me, which was handy. I wanted to switch it so that when you switch the accessories on, the key on, it turns everything on, and when you switch the key off, it turns everything off, so I can't drain the battery if I walk away. So I got me heated grip controller here. I haven't mounted it yet because I wanted to get everything sorted out a bit up the front. These delicious heated grips. Put these bars on, the fat bars, and be careful. Get the smaller size bolt, the 10mm bolt with these. These are 12mm. I've temporarily put them in there. I'm going to have to get another set. They don't fit through the existing holes on the Suzuki. Heated grips. Got the Garmin controller up there that's got juice to it, so that it can charge it as we cruise along. Do it. There she is. Out the back here. Got the old voltmeter plus USB, so I can charge something. Again, I'll mount them there. I want to get the tank and everything on first. I'm going to use a couple of trendy little ones down here instead of these big ones that break off all the time. A couple of little ones that'll go on the edge of the number plate here. I'm going to make up a little bracket. We're starting to look like we've had a win. She's gone from dirty old DR to the adventure machine. I'm pretty happy with it. There's only one thing I want to do now, which I will. Anyway, let me give you a look at it. It looks fucking awesome. Here she is. Got the giant Loop Mojave bags on the side. A giant Loop tank bag. Got all my shit wired up. I even poked a wire into there with the charger and USB port in it in case my phone's in the front there, or I can put the drone in the front and charge it or whatever. New bloody... Oh, look at me indicators. How good they come up. I just made a little aluminium bracket. See, and then I just mounted them in there. A bit of Sikaflex under them as well, just to keep them looking good. Number plate's now all sturdy. Gets rid of those big blinkers off the back. I'm going to do the same at the front, but probably not today. Look at her. There you go for just a little quick afternoon cruise to see if there's anything wrong with it or anything that might need to be done, or if we've got any dramas. So stay tuned, we could get stuck out in the bush yet.
Again.
Yeah, this time on this bike though.
I was running to the ocean. I didn't wanna be tied down to nothing, but since I met you, I didn't know it, that underneath it all you started something. On a Saturday night, I was doing just fine. I was out on my own, didn't want nobody else. Then I opened my eyes and I put down my pride. I was holding you closer than anybody else. When the lights go out, it's you, babe. Every time I'm down, it's you, babe. Every night in my sleep, I'm saying your name. You know, for me, it's always gonna be you, babe. It's you, babe. It's you,
Oh, nice full drive track. How's your bum? You okay?
Yeah.
My balls cop that, you know.
Yeah.
Does your fangina cop it? You've got to get across here. What's that?
Yeah.
Your back.
This.
You want, you want me to stop?
No, just sit down. I was going to go up.
Hey?
Why is he going?
Yes. That's our plan. Around the outside edge would be the go, wouldn't it? Otherwise we're going to get wet feet.
eyes and I put down my pride. I was holding you closer than anybody else. When the lights go out, it's you, babe.
We're safe. Fucking hell, old Wallaby Ted's brother! Jesus! He was quick. Yeah. He's slippery up here, isn't it? Sit! You okay? Flipped us off the middle there. You let go, you should have hung on to me.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
Just have to close my eyes, and there you are, your heart is singing.
Just gonna go around this little tree here, just watch the head on this. Ready? Dave's just getting wet.
We got an insomniac with eyes wide shut, and we got everything we need and then a little too much. I know that you're starving for something you can't touch. Would you be honest with me right now? There's something in the undercurrent, I can feel it coming up. Don't you wanna feel it?
So we had a day. Took the misso out. We actually had a spill. Well, she had a spill. Being on the back, it's like a catapult, you know, so me being on the front, we got cross-rutted in this thing and it did a bit of those ones. No issues for me up the front, but for the missus, woo, off she went. That giant loop bag on there fits absolutely Spotty Dog. You wouldn't pick it, you wouldn't go a different brand. That is exactly what you want. I do need to get rid of that exhaust. Fucking hell. You can hardly even hear it, so it's hard to even know what the engine's doing when you rev it up. That's an issue. I'm going to get on the Intimate Web right this minute and see if I can find myself an aftermarket big old fat exhaust that makes it a bit noisier so I can hear it. I went I think they're called the Carmichael High Bends in the Renthal bar. That was a good choice. The extra height that they give you is just a good adventure position, you know, like, yeah, you're very comfy and then you can still stand up and you don't feel like your hands are down around your feet. So, anyway, the old DR, mate, she's, you know, she's not a KTM with all the creature comforts, but I tell you what, for the dollars, happy man. Oh yeah, the final puzzle piece arrived. This is all we need to make this thing got a little more bark, a little more bite.